Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, May 10th at 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. The models are in and they're not funny. As we predicted, the pattern will shift to the west and there will be snow. Ho, ho, ho. It will not let me slide this baby. Take a look at the heavy snow totals as we enter June. And that is preceded by some more snow in the Northeast. Snow coming in Tuesday all the way through Wednesday as far as West Virginia in May. The big story, record cold Mother's Day across the country. You're looking at some Wisconsin totals, 44 in Wisconsin Rapids, 42 in Marshfield, 40 in Stevens Point, 40 in Wausau, 40 in Merrill, Antigua 37, Rhinelander 37, all breaking all-time records. Ho, ho, ho. Keep calm. It's boom time. Record cold temperatures broken. Yes. Brrr, it's cold in Iowa as well. Decorah 28, Waterloo 25, Tama 29, Cedar Rapids 26. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the corn is suffering. More daily record lows possible as the eastern U.S. suffers cold blast. Let's learn more. Now, let's just hit the X. See how I did that? That was nice. A significant blast of cold air is making it feel like winter across the east as we enter summer. What a bummer. While there will be some improvements to the temperatures during the day, another blast of cold winter-like air is on the way for parts of the Midwest and Monday and the Northeast through Tuesday and Wednesday. Saturday's low temperatures were quite impressive in parts of eastern U.S. State College, PA, dropped to 27 degrees, which ties a record for the low for the entire month of May. The entire month! Hello. In Binghamton, New York, dropped to 24 degrees, which was a new low temperature record for the month of May. Indianapolis dropped to 27 on Saturday morning, which also broke their low temperature record for the entire month of May. The cold air also brought some interesting precipitation across parts of the Northeast on Saturday. A trace of snow was reported in the Central Park, first time since 1947. And this morning is another cold morning across parts of the eastern U.S. Take a look at freeze warnings and frost advisories in the upper Midwest and the East Coast to the most. Whew. This is ongoing. In some places, it's
with the
snowing.
savings rates offered at some banks.
Shut up. Record cold forecast for Kansas City on Monday. And rainy weather this week, which will be a tweak for planters, which you may have to replant that corn. Record cold brings the lowest May temperatures ever recorded in Indiana. Take a look. Fort Wayne, hello, 23 degrees, smashing the 27-degree record of all time. Fort Wayne observed the morning low of 23 just before daybreak Saturday, May 9th, setting a new daily and monthly record, all at the same time. The previous record low was 27 back in 47, same time it snowed in Central Park. Hello. Did I just do that? I think you did. Central New York wakes up to record snow in May and cold. That's bold and chilly. I swear I was in the pool. Epic Mother's Day cold snap leads to record cold, record snows. Boston, Mass, new record, 34 degrees. Providence, Rhode Island, new record, 34 degrees. Salisbury, Maryland, new record, 31 degrees. Shreveport, Louisiana, 47 degrees, crushing the 61 record. Fayetteville, Arkansas, 39, matching the 1980 numbers. More record lows. Ho-hos. Virginia, record low temperatures. Lynchburg, Danville, Richmond, Roanoke, Norfolk. Record daily snowfall. Concord, New Hampshire. Boom! Hello. Where do we go? I don't even know where I'm at. So many records. They're not even schmeckers. Yeah. And we're not even on the right article. It's a sharticle. No, it isn't. More snow reports. Deerwood, Minnesota, 3 inches. Crosby, Minnesota, 2.2. Malmo. Who even knew that was a city? 2 inches. Staples. I love that place. I get really cheap Sharpies there. 2 inches. Antigua, Wisconsin. Ribley. Who needs the record daily snowfall, says Marie. 1 inch. Boom! Crushing the 0.4 inches back in 45. Oh, more than double. That is like a doubling. That's a doubling. And here's the actual snowfall analysis for the last 48 hours. Maine, it's insane. Just as we predicted, eastern Maine would be buried in up to, 1 foot of snow. And there it is, 12 inches, like cinches. I'm sure they were surprised. 8 inches all over northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont. Look at this, just outside of Albany. Hello. And North Dakota picking up 6 inches in a wide swath of, the ho in May. Critical fire weather in the southwest. Below normal temperatures continue in the east. Critical fire weather conditions are forecast over parts of the desert southwest Monday. The combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temps can contribute to extreme fire behavior. We had that all over the Four Corners. Almost no wildfires started, and that's not really a risk, by the way. Well below normal temperatures, with the potential for widespread record lows forecast to continue Monday into Tuesday morning across much of the eastern two-thirds of the U.S. We have freeze watches here all over the east, all the way down to North Carolina, and frost and freeze warnings through much of the Midwest. Click on your county for more info at weather.gov. And become a Weather Ready Nation ambassador. Hello. We saw the models, and it's going to be snowing in the west all the way to June. Heavy snow predicted at the end of May in the Sierras. Hello. And look at some of these totals in western Montana, Wyoming. It's insane. So, snow's not going anywhere. And droughts may be ending. Frost advisory issued for southern Ontario with record cold expected. Well, what would you expect? Possible snow as well. A frost advisory is in place for southern Ontario with record cold expected in the region. Environment Canada issued the advisory on Sunday, warning of near zero temperatures Monday morning, possibly even a few centimeters of snow. Monday marks the beginning of a frost advisory season for the affected areas. The unusually cold air mass that brought record cold across southern Ontario this week isn't going anywhere quick, Global News meteorologist Russ Hull said. It's all due to a circulating area of Arctic air that is parked over the area. Yes, the polar vortex. No, it's not, and we proved that last night in our update, so go check that out if you want to know why these puppets are so wrong. Seismic update. Done with the weather. Plenty of quakes of note. New Madrid is rocking. The mid-ocean ridge up here is rocking. But the most important quakes are a multiplicity of moderate quakes in the New Madrid area of Tennessee. Hello. So we're going to keep a close eye on those boomers. We had a 4.7 in near Port Hardy, Canada, and multiple quakes near Ocotillo in California, including a 4.5, which I'm sure raised some eyebrows. So moderate activity as well as volcanic activity. And are we seeing a new ocean starting to form in Africa? Well, yes. We've been reporting on it for 3 years. This is the uptick in volcanic as well as seismic activity in the East African Rift Zone. Although shallow magma storage in Erta Ale volcano hints at a rift to ridge transition, which means the same thing that happened when the Atlantic formed 250 million years ago or so. It started as a rift, and then there was a Rift Valley Lake, and then it opened up and filled with seawater. That's how the Atlantic began. Same thing is happening here in the East African Rift Zone of Africa. It's a geology tidbit of the day. Worldwide Volcano News Update. Lots of volcanoes are puffing a little bit higher and a little bit stronger than ever before. In fact, we even have right here St. Guido volcano in Guatemala, Santillo, Huito. Explosions continue, and they are shaped like a heart out of the new cinder cone. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Puff, puff, pass, St. Guido. And dum-dum news, Australian ski resort covers the glacier after coronavirus cuts the season. Stubai Glacier, Austria, with its season cut short by the coronavirus pandemic, one of Austria's most popular glacial ski resorts, covered its glacier in protective fabric earlier than usual this year to help preserve it for its still uncertain reopening. Wow. Let's roll the felt out, kids. I was going to show you some footage, but that seems dumb to me. Stone tools show how humans survived a supervolcano 74,000 years ago. Of all the volcanic eruptions to shake our planet in the last 2 million years, Toba is the one to lead maybe to the beginning of the extinction of the Neanderthals and many other developments in modern technology. Now, the Toba supervolcanic eruption in India was one of the most colossal, but it may not have been the global catastrophe we once thought it was. Because there are some groups of indigenous hominids, humans, human-like people, that continue to survive and thrive. The massive eruption happened 74,000 years ago, spewing 10,000 times as much rock as the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens. For a while there, some thought the fallout was so extreme it triggered a decade-long volcanic winter and millennia-long glacial period. Now, the so-called Toba catastrophe theory left the global human population with just a few thousand survivors, except this has been determined to be an exaggeration. In recent times, archaeological evidence in Asia and Africa suggests that while the eruption was indeed tremendous, the consequences were not so apocalyptic after all. And we've told you that. We just came through a huge magnetic excursion, the Younger Dryas event. It fried all of North America. All the boreal forests were burned. All of them. Hundreds of thousands of impact-type structures. Shock quartz, spherules, microspherules, nanodiamonds, and every other cosmic particle at the same time. And guess what? Humans lived in North America. We made it. So this is not news. This is just some terrible science that's barely anything. The Earth's magnetic North Pole is shifting rapidly. So what will happen to the Northern Lights? Well, nothing. Because the Northern Lights, this is a pretty good article, they revolve around the geomagnetic pole, which is remnant of the magnetic pole. Our geomagnetic pole is where the geopole is typically at. Now, even though the northern magnetic pole is racing towards Siberia, the remnant northern geomagnetic pole continues to exist. It takes hundreds, if not thousands of years for that remnant magnetism to deplete. And that's what controls the aurora belt, which will be lighting up shortly in the years to come as the grid fries. And hopefully you're prepared. Man, I can't say that enough. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance, and it's about to get dumber than the pandemic. Japanese probes Asteroid Ryugu encounter hints at space rock's dynamic history. A Japanese spacecraft is piecing together the story of a near-Earth asteroid. Yeah, that's amazing. Now, Hayabusa 2, which arrived at the asteroid called Ryugu, spent 16 months orbiting the asteroid. The probe is already on its way back to Earth to deliver some samples to eager scientists, which may include viruses from deep space. So there's that. Can you imagine that? Now, Japanese asteroid probe discovers an incredible secret. Do you see it? Hayabusa 2 asteroid probe snapped images that reveal the space rock had a close encounter with the sun. Scorched rock was present on the asteroid's surface, appearing red in spectral analysis and indicating extreme heating over a short period of time. Is that solar outburst? Is that a micronova? Is it the last visit around the sun? Pretty awesome. Now, the asteroid probe has already accomplished a lot after launching in 2014 and spending several years traveling to intercept the space rock known as Ryugu. It made many key observations and even snagged samples of the asteroid before departing and heading back to Earth. Now, these samples show that this has been arc blasted or, basically a nuclear meltdown. Similar things on the far side of the moon have been witnessed. Glass in the form of molten superficial features. These type Libyan desert glass, we're talking about it on Earth, on Ryugu, on the moon, everywhere, and even Mars. So, you do the math. Hope you got something out of the video. The sun goes boom all the time, just not in our human lifespan time frame. But we all happen to be born at a good time when the sun may go boom. As our magnetosphere wanes on Earth, as we enter the next magnetic excursion scheduled for now every 12,500 years, and I touch my face, Let us remember the warnings that we've been issuing for years here, that we're going to see a rapid destruction of the grid as the sun wakes up into solar cycle 25, starting maybe this winter. And the way things are going, people are going to be hungry. There's already global unrest. People are getting a little, So these are all things to consider moving forward, and we all need to properly prepare for what may be ahead. And that includes forced vaccinations. Thanks to all our one-time donors, all of our Patreons. We love each and every one of you. Thanks all of you that share this video. Share these videos. Let's get the word out. There are alternative sources that are completely credible, and we need to start looking into alternative media, because the mainstream media, well, it's a scandemic. We all know that. Be safe. We love you. Peace.